12-year-old boy is hospitalized after being struck by a pickup driven by a 20-year-old Morrill County man. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Scottsbluff Police continue to investigate a Wednesday evening accident that resulted in a 12-year-old boy being struck while crossing the street. Sergeant Philip Eckerberg says shortly before 6 p.m., the child was crossing Broadway at the 22nd Street intersection when a southbound pickup traveling at a high rate of speed struck the boy. Scanner traffic indicated that the boy was conscious and alert, but paramedics did request a partial trauma team at the emergency room for a possible broken pelvis or femur. Valley Ambulance transported the boy to Regional West. His name and condition have not been released. The driver, 20-year-old Jacob Gompert of rural Bayard, has been cited for reckless driving, failure to yield to a pedestrian, and no valid registration. We will update this story as police release more information. Well, a big celebration is planned for Monday evening at Gering High School as the public is invited to see the newly renovated school. Things will kick off with a ribbon-cutting ceremony at 5 o'clock, tours beginning at 5:30, and concluding with a homecoming pep rally at 7 p.m. Community Engagement Director Jennifer Seibel says the entire district is excited to showcase the final product.
We are going to do full building tours. We are going to have our staff staged in different areas throughout the building, just sharing a little bit about what has happened in that space, how it's been transformed, and how it's really impacting our staff and students and creating more opportunities for Bulldogs.
Seibel says the upgrades were made possible with a $24 million bond passed by Gering voters, and this open house will allow them to show they were diligent with the money.
We really want to show them how we're utilizing the space, how career pathways are coming to life, and how, we're really building that future workforce for our community and how we've really maximized those dollars and made the best investment.
She also shares some of the things that will definitely stand out during Monday night's tours.
So I'm a Gering alumnus, and I graduated in 1999, and just see the building just transform has been amazing. Some of my favorite things that you'll see throughout the building are the arches and how those arches from our gymnasium exterior have been incorporated into the building and how it's just a really beautiful architectural design. And then just seeing some of the innovative ways that students learn now coming to life through a culinary arts studio, that our students have a full-size kitchen to be doing their culinary arts learning. Our visual arts studio, where students have the opportunity to work with green screen and state-of-the-art technology to really build, fantastic visual arts packages. Our Smart STEM classroom that was again helped along by some Samsung dollars from winning the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow contest. And then just simple things like having upgraded air conditioning throughout the building. Those things you take for granted but are really fantastic once you have them throughout the building.
Seibel says that the homecoming pep rally will be a lot of fun and a chance to celebrate Gering pride. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer's in with your full forecast. We'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Hi, I'm Kevin Wick, Assistant Vice President at Platte Valley Bank with your Mortgage Mythbuster of the Week. Some people think that purchasing a home is more expensive than renting. The truth is, with interest rates so low, there has never been a better time to purchase a home, making your monthly mortgage payment lower than a rent payment. The mortgage lenders at Platte Valley Bank are here to help you find the right programs to fit your needs and your budget. Stop in today. No question is too big or too small.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Name one other restaurant that makes their barbecue with brown sugar bacon and sauce with Kentucky bourbon that's been aged in charred oak barrels. Charred oak barrels, people. And we have a drive-thru. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Great looking evening again out there. Temps going to fall down into the 60s. We'll have a few more clouds around tonight than what we've had the last couple of nights. That's going to keep temperatures up a little bit. Thunderstorms are in the forecast for tomorrow late in the day. It's going to be cooler this weekend. Nice weather really for most of next week coming in. There's really no big systems that we're going to see in the next 7 days outside of tomorrow. And it's not a big system, but enough. It's going to produce some thunderstorms. 79, pretty nice yesterday. We were much warmer than that today after a morning low of 42. Both of those about where they should be. 92 hundredths for the month, still about 2/10 of an inch above normal, a little over 4 1/3 above normal for the year. Time to look at Friday night football. Yeah, we've got some lightning bolts back in our forecast for tonight. Delays are possible tomorrow night with scattered storms, I think especially early, more towards the kickoff time frame than they will be towards later on in the game. Don't be surprised to see a few weather delays again here in western Nebraska tomorrow night and eastern Wyoming for some high school football games, unfortunately. Some showers are in the offing in Champaign for the Huskers Saturday night, a 7 o'clock kickoff. 84 will be the high temperature. We'll be down into the 60s, though, by kickoff time, with breezy conditions as well down in Champaign for the Huskers on Saturday. 85 right now in Denver, 84 Scottsbluff, upper 80s, McCook 89, 83 in Norfolk, 83 in Hastings. You got to go to the Wyoming side of things before you find the cooler temperatures in the high country. 74 there in Laramie, 80 in Kimball, 78 in Cheyenne, 86 Ogallala, 84 up in Valentine. Winds have been pretty stout with us today, 15 to 20 miles an hour at times. Haven't been able to kick those breezes out of here completely. Severe weather threat today in far southwestern Nebraska, mainly here from, say, North Platte southward, is where we expect the severe weather threat tonight, and it's a marginal risk. Now, tomorrow, things change, and right in our area, we do have a slight risk of severe storms right back into the Panhandle and eastern portions of Wyoming, mainly right along that North Platte River boundary and points to the north. Tomorrow, we could see some severe thunderstorms, a marginal risk of severe storms across the rest of the area. So a chance of seeing a couple of severe storms tomorrow. Hail and wind would be the primary severe weather threats. That severe weather shifts well to the east of us for Saturday as we go through the region. Getting on the bus tomorrow at 60 degrees on our way home. About 82. I think the storms will hold off till after the kiddos get off the bus tomorrow, but not by far. Probably by 5, 6 o'clock we'll be dealing with a few thunderstorms here across the region. Tonight, none of that to be concerned about. Everything cloud-wise stays off in showers here in the high country. A few clouds move across the region. It's generally going to be a partly cloudy night, and again, that'll keep temps up a little bit. 52 in Cheyenne, 62 in Chadron, 61 in Oshkosh tonight for lows. For tomorrow, we start the day with a few clouds. Here comes some late-day thunderstorms by the afternoon hours. Notice them start to build here in eastern Wyoming, push to the east across the area. The northern, I think, and eastern half of the Panhandle going to have the best risk of seeing some of those stronger storms and a more concentrated area of storms than what we will see here for most of us. 83 in Ogallala, 81 in Alliance for tomorrow, 85 in Scottsbluff. Let's take a look at our forecast then for tonight. 59, a few clouds out there. Not bad, 10 to 20 mile an hour winds. Tomorrow, 15 mile an hour winds or so. Thunderstorms by evening. We'll keep them partly cloudy during the day and then bring in those storms later on in the evening. 85 for your high, so warmer tomorrow. And then our 7-day forecast, we're back to not bad, partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies through the next 7 days. After tomorrow, highs in the 70s for the weekend. The first day of fall back into the 80s, only to fall back in the 70s for Tuesday through Thursday of next week. Really very nice weather conditions coming for most of the next 7 days.
Okay, nobody get it! Save the sandwiches! We trained for this!
These aren't your average squirt some sauce on them and call them barbecue sandwiches. The bacon is hand sprinkled with brown sugar, and the sauce is made with Kentucky bourbon aged in charred oak barrels, and the meats are perfectly smoked.
Arby's, we have the meats.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
The 23rd Annual Harvest Festival at Legacy of the Plains is September 21st and 22nd. This year, their featured crop is sugar beets. Starting at 9 a.m. both days, enjoy potato digging, live music, a horse and tractor parade, food vendors, wagon rides, and watch a live demonstration of hand, horse, and machine sugar beet and potato harvest. Large gift shop sale. Legacy's cookbook will be on sale with a bake sale on Saturday and church service on Sunday starting at 9. The 23rd Annual Harvest Festival at Legacy of the Plains is September 21st and 22nd. This ad is sponsored by the Scottsbluff County Area Tourism Bureau.
Welcome back. Scottsbluff County Commissioners last night approved a $42.3 million budget following several weeks trying to fit in department requests with available revenues. The overall figure is down by about $500,000 from the 2018-2019 spending document, despite an increase in property valuations of about 1.4% to just over $3 billion and a relatively flat tax levy. Scottsbluff County Roads Department will see their budget go up by about $900,000, but Board Chair Ken Meyer says that's still not enough to meet all the projects on the department's one-year plan for the coming year. Meyer does say, however, that the proposed asphalt overlay on the first 5 miles on the south end of Stiegel Road will remain on the project list. Department heads will continue to look for ways to save taxpayer dollars as the year progresses, including the possibility of leaving positions unfilled or combining them in an effort to save money without reducing the level of county services. Well, a 22-year-old Scottsbluff man has been sentenced to 3 to 5 years in prison following a violent attack that occurred earlier this year. Sebastian Phillips received his sentence last week in Scottsbluff County District Court after pleading no contest to a Class 2 felony charge of first-degree assault. Court documents say that in March, Phillips struck the victim multiple times, resulting in 2 black eyes and lots of bruising. He did receive credit for 189 days already served, and a misdemeanor conviction in this case will run concurrently with the assault conviction. And corrections officers found more weapons and drugs during a second search of the Nebraska State Penitentiary in Lincoln. The Nebraska Correctional Services Department deployed a K-9 team after a lockdown was imposed at 4:30 a.m. on Wednesday. Department Director Scott Frakes says nearly 40 officers from other law enforcement agencies joined department employees in the hunt for contraband. A September 4th lockdown and sweep of the prison also found homemade weapons, cell phones, drugs, and other items. Well, straight ahead, last week Gering football coach Josh Hyatt earned his first win in 2 seasons and looks to carry that momentum into tomorrow's game as they host Hastings. Chris Cottrell will have that story right after this.
It's the time of the year again for the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Last year, we traveled across the Panhandle and into eastern Wyoming to recognize over 50 students for their achievements in and out of the classroom. Let's revisit what they had to say.
Northfield Elementary 3rd grader Yesenia Mercado Paramo was nominated and selected for putting in long hours to get up to speed. At the start of last school year, she was only reading at a kindergarten level, but worked through recesses and even phone sessions with her teacher over school breaks so she could read at the same level as her peers.
It was amazing. Every time when I get home, I start reading a book. And when I start reading a book, my mom helps me. And every time that I mostly don't miss that much words, I'm proud of myself.
To nominate a deserving K-12 student to be recognized for being a star student, you can find nomination forms online at www.pvbank.com.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for two. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
We've got a couple busy nights coming up right here on KNEB.TV. That today here at the Sports Desk, plus a big win for Gering football. That's where we start on the gridiron over at Gering High School, where last Friday night the Bulldogs got the first win of the Josh Hyatt era by downing Torrington 34-0. I caught up with Coach Hyatt and some senior leaders yesterday ahead of practice with the monkey now off their collective back. Riley Shaneman had a big catch and run to set up one of Gering's touchdowns in that win Friday.
Being only my second victory in the last 4 years on this team, like starting, being a part of it, felt pretty good. Means a lot to everybody here. Like a lot of people have been like trying. It's been since my freshman year, I've only been able to get 2 wins being a part of it, but it's been pretty good.
Another standout for the Bulldogs this year is senior Garrett Kahn, who Coach Hyatt singled out over the summer months as a real lead-by-example type player.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, we haven't gotten very many in our high school careers, and it's just a great feeling blowing somebody out like that and putting up a shutout.
Now, you could sense after the Seward loss and throughout last week that it could be this time now for Gering to get off the schneid, and the win felt good for the head coach, but he's staying pretty matter-of-fact about things moving forward.
You know, everybody was ready for a win around here. We haven't had a lot of them to celebrate, so the community was ready for it, but the kids understand that's the expectation. You know, when we go out on the field to win football games, we aren't showing up just to show up anymore. We put in the work during the week. We put in the work through the summer and everything to get ready for that moment, and when it comes, they're excited for it and they're ready to go again.
So it's on to Hastings, a team that has wins over McCook and Lexington already this year. Their only loss, a home blowout at the hands of Scottsbluff.
You know, Hastings has a lot of speed on the edges and some big interior linemen on defense. We're just going to show up and we're going to try to do the best we can do at our jobs and make sure we bring our best effort when we get on the field.
Both those seniors have been studying up on film and the game plan to get ready for Hastings.
I'm seeing if we can keep number 20 down, then we'll be in pretty good shape. I'll be playing man against him, see what I can do against him, see if I can hold him down, see what the team will be able to do against the inside two on the runs, and just try our best.
Yeah, it's going to take 100% on every play, and we just have to execute our blocks up front on offense, and we have to stop the pass on defense. Their line isn't as tough as some of the lines we'll see, but they're still a really good team.
So the players aren't satisfied, and the coach isn't either. They had plenty to correct this week at practice to get better.
Yeah, we got to clean up our blocking schemes up front, just make sure we're communicating on the right page and getting to the right places, blocking the guys that are supposed to be blocked within the schemes. Then we got to make sure we're sound tacklers. Hastings presents some problems with their speed, and if we miss tackles, they're capable of breaking it. That's been something that we have to work on and focus on as we go through. And then we got to focus on trying to create turnovers and getting them off the field and getting some big plays for us.
Whether it comes tomorrow night or down the road this year, there appear to be some more winnable games on this schedule for the Bulldogs. We'll have the Gering game coming up tomorrow night. That'll be a radio call with Jeff Kelly, plus a matchup of 3-0 squads over at Bearcat Stadium as Scottsbluff takes on Sterling, Colorado. The Scottsbluff game, our TV radio combo matchup. Scottsbluff off a hard-fought, rugged type game 18-13 winners last Friday night at Grand Island Northwest. They stay number 2 in the Class B poll this week. And we'll get the weekend started a bit early here tonight with a big rivalry softball game at Oregon Trail Park with Gering hosting Scottsbluff. These teams have split their 2 matchups so far this season. Gering has won 8 straight overall. Scottsbluff, they've dropped 3 games in a row. We'll have pregame tonight starting around 6:45, 6:50 with first pitch slated for 7 o'clock. That'll do it today. The latest from right here at the First National Bank Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's got that community calendar update right after this when we come back on KNEB.TV.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Fall weather brings new clothing to compliments for you and your home. Start with women's fashion from FDJ, Piccadilly, Charlie B, and many more. We have beautiful and original ladies' fashions that appeal to women of all ages and sizes. And remember to complement your outfit with a bag from Vera Bradley. Finally, get your home ready with decor that brings joy to your life. Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
At Platte Valley Bank, we know when you need a loan, time is of the essence. We are locally owned with decisions made right here at the bank. Our lenders are experienced, efficient individuals who are committed to our customers. Our flexible lending policies make it possible to fulfill loan requests, big or small, quickly. Whether you want to purchase a car, home, or even start a business, our committed associates are here to help. Stop into any location today and see what Platte Valley Bank can do for you.
And finally tonight, before we break for the night, it's time to honor the First State Bank Community Champion who's been making a positive impact on people's lives for 4 decades. The First State Bank Community Champion for the month of September has spent the last 40 years helping others through counseling. FSB President Mike Downey made a surprise stop this week to the Sears House in Scottsbluff to honor Marcia Estrada.
For all your service here for so many years.
Okay.
So we just think that you're very deserving, and we want to give you this plaque.
Oh, thank you.
And also we have a little item for your desk.
Oh, okay.
So, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You bet.
Estrada started her career working at a halfway house back in 1979, and after that closed in 1984, she helped organize the Sears House. She says being surrounded by a committed team and members keeps her going after all these years.
The people I work with, both the staff and the members that I work with, and seeing the progress that they make, and just their ability to overcome obstacles and stuff. And the dedication of the staff that, day in and day out, they work and help people, and, in their progress and their setbacks. There's always setbacks sometimes. Just seeing that.
As the Sears House Service Manager, she oversees the Community Support Program, the Youth Transition Program, Day Rehabilitation, Assisted Living, and the Outpatient Therapy Program. Estrada says during her career, her crowning achievements would be moving into their current building in 1996, purchasing it in 2012, and starting the Outpatient Therapy Program.
That was something we always needed, and it was just myself and maybe one other person, and we just couldn't keep up. There was such a demand, and then now there's 6 counselors, and being able to get someone in that needs assistance within 2 or 3 days and get an evaluation done and get it turned around, and so they can start getting services I think that's a crowning achievement.
And members add that Marcia Estrada has helped them get back on their feet.
She's helped me quite a bit. When I first met her, she brought me here because she was a friend of my family's, and she brought me here. And if this place wouldn't have been available, I want to be here right now.
Well,
and I love her.
Thank you.
She's done a lot of work for a lot of us.
Congratulations once again to Marcia Estrada, the First State Bank Community Champion for the month of September. And if you'd like to nominate a deserving individual who has made a positive impact on our community, you can find nomination forms online at www.fsbcentral.com. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.